Yes, hello everyone. This is Dr. Khan, Executive Plastic Surgery, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. So I've done complete end block 10, 22, 24, initials MC, nice lady from Nevada. So as you will see, I cut out this excess skin that really helps with the contouring. Now she has implants from 1979. She's 45 years, these are 45-year-old set of implants from 1979. 45-year-old set of implants. She herself is 69 years of age. She has got a grade 3 capsular contracture on the right and left. And as you can see, the implants are not lifetime devices. So these are 45-year-old set of implants from 1979. So as you will see, are we able to?
It didn't connect.
Okay. So as you will see, this is the implant in itself. It was a very tedious dissection. As you can see, some areas are very thin right here, but I have had to remove this tissue. If I touch it, you will see that there's irregularities here, inflammation. Now there might be a focal rupture with what is silicone granuloma that might be present on the side. So I've had to remove this tissue around, which came off along with the capsule. So this is part of the inflammation as well. So it's important not only to remove the implant capsule, but the inflamed tissue around. And I'll show you as I go in, this tissue that's around it has these irregularities, nodularities that's present, maybe fat necrosis, God knows what, and we'll see what the pathologist says. But it is this tissue around that I'm removing because it came off in that plane very nicely. And the breast tissue was not touched, and this is that inflamed tissue around that I've had to remove. So as you will see as I go in, let me go ahead and go in from here. This is like a relatively thin part. And lo and behold, as expected, we had no imaging, but just the sheer fact that these implants are 45 years old from 1979, they are definitely ruptured. They are not lifetime devices. She's been ruptured likely for decades. And as I go in, this was all contained, none of this spilled into the chest. And so as you will see, literally it's, they've seen this too many times, you know, and I will say this, it's unfair to this patient, 69 years of age. At this age, she's had to come and get this done. And literally it's like honey, if you will, it's pouring out. And you can see this is that tissue, the calcium deposits, plus the inflammation. You can imagine not only the capsule, but the tissue around is also bad that has to be removed. So all of these calcifications, as you will see, all contain, none of this spilled into the chest and block the gold standard. Some parts of it are thin. You can see, look at this. You see how thin this is? If I put the ruler here, you can actually read the ruler, you know, 3. And so the point here is no matter how thin, it has to be done in a very controlled, contained way such that none of this spills into the chest. You can see the mesh within the implant. These are a very old set of implants. You can see part of it right here. And so you can see that like literally disintegrated. And remember, so the other point, the one thing, so the take-home message for this Facebook Live is what? Number one, that capsular tissue around, yes, some areas are thin, you can see my glove, but some areas that are thick need to go as much. Leaving that behind will leave the badness behind. So it's not only the implant capsule, but that inflamed tissue as well. Number two, no matter how thin the capsule, it has to be removed. I hear this a lot where the surgeon says, well, the capsule was super thin, I didn't need to remove it, or the capsule must be removed. The other thing here is, this is the older generation implant from 1979, Jimmy Carter era. That's how old this is, just for relevance. And so this is where, as you can see, it's not cohesive, but the newer set of implants from 2007 onward, which are the gummy bear cohesive, they literally melt like the older technology. So this is, and those newer set of implants are not any safer. So I've changed my gloves. As you will see, I removed some skin here and end block. And again, look at this inflamed tissue. If I touch it, I actually can feel some irregularities, nodularities. Maybe this is some focal spillage with silicone granuloma. And again, as expected, very likely ruptured for decades. This is where it was sitting right on top, and you can see some of the fascia of the pectoralis major was removed along with the implant. This is the part at the top next to the breast tissue. These were above. And as you go in, you will see again what is a ruptured implant. She's been living with this for decades. If I put my scissor here, you will see the calcifications as well. All contain grade 3 contracture. Look at this, it's just pouring out. And a 69-year-old lady having to deal with this at this phase in her life, I would say the system has failed her. And you can see these calcifications, whatnot else. All contain, none of this built into the chest. And I'm very happy. Look at the way this is literally molten, fell apart. So the take-home message again, look at this. None of this built into the chest. Breast implants are not lifetime devices. They're not meant to be in the body forever. 10 to 15 years is how long they last. If you look at the books, anecdotally from my experience, 7 to 10 years. Some patients react sooner, some patients react later. So the implant needs to be removed along with the capsule, and that inflamed tissue around in the en bloc fashion such that all inflamed bad tissue is removed. The only good, healthy, viable tissue remains behind. The implants will be returned to the patient. Capsules will be sent to pathology. Rule out the BIAL-CL-CD30 analysis, rule out lymphoma, rule out malignancy, rule out any abnormal pathology. Cultures for aerobic, anaerobic, and fungal, and most importantly, we'll see how the patient does post-op minus these grade 2 contractures. And we hope